Coming up, the barbershop quartet that made it big, really big. G4 are here in a few minutes. They're over there looking very handsome.
Studio. They've not changed a bit. Look at them. They've got a
taller than I. Muscle wastage has finally kicked in at a loose 44.
I'm loving the cravat as well, Ben. Look at that cravat. I tell you what, you've aged with such style, young man.
You meant to have not aged at all.
Yeah. That's TV sincerity for
Thank
you.
you
That's
so
what
much.
they call it.
Yeah, there'll be more of that after the break.
Yeah, we're going to be talking more with the boys from G4 a little bit later on. He's surrounded by one of the most successful X Factor acts of all time from the very first series. Richard's got a boy band with him.
Not for the first time, Ben. Do you know, I never leave home without these lads first thing in the morning. Quite the security detail. Yeah, we're here with G4, plus the new kid on the block, and there will be singing. I may join in.
Very good.
Thank you. I'll see you in a moment.
I know, unbelievably. It's been a decade since X Factor hit our screens.
It was 2004 when Steve Brookstein won the first ever crown, but of course most will remember the fresh-faced operatic foursome G4. They came second. Oh, there was a little bit of them then.
Hold
Here's
it
a little
back.
bit more from Richard.
Yeah.
A busking barbershop quartet made up of friends from music school. G4 only auditioned so they could get quotes for their posters, but they became an instant hit with judges on the first series of X Factor back in 2004.
You're really good.
They became known for their operatic delivery of modern pop songs. Mentored by Louis Walsh, they made the final but narrowly missed out to Simon Cowell's act, Steve Brookstein.
Steve!
However, Simon later admitted that G4 were the real winners of the competition. After X Factor, the band enjoyed huge success, but then in April 2007 came the shocking news they were splitting up.
G4 is no more, as they say.
There had been tensions in the band, particularly between bass singer Matt and frontman Jonathan. But in July this year, they announced they were back with a new lineup to celebrate their 10-year anniversary.
And the lads are here now. Great to see you again. Haven't you grown?
Oh, dear.
Haven't you, though?
10 years, scary.
Exactly. Jonathan, Mike, Ben, of course, and new lad Nick, more from you in just a moment. Watching that back, for me, also as a punter, none of us, because it was the first ever series of X Factor, including yourselves, obviously, more so than anyone, knew what you were letting yourselves in for.
Nobody did. It was a totally naive show. It was kind of just go and see what happens, and it was amazing for us, but we were, yeah, just totally blown away by the support we had.
It was enormous, wasn't it? I mean, as we said, you're one of the most successful acts from that series. I actually thought you'd won it, right, to be honest.
There's a moment where Kate Thornton announced the results, and she's about to announce it, and she looks at us, and then she goes, Steve, and looks the other way. Oh, and that's every time you watch that back, you know, your heart stops. But
do you watch it back a lot?
No. It sounds like I've done for years. I've never got over it, but yeah, not for a while. Anyway.
What was it like watching it back, Ben? I know there were issues within the band, which is why Matt is no longer with you, but I gather you're still mates. But being up there as a foursome, as opposed to just a solo performer, must have been a great help.
Oh, it was an absolutely incredible buzz. I mean, just to be up there, just hearing the music back then just rekindles all the memories for us. I mean, just from students at college to getting up there in front of millions of people, it was an amazing buzz.
And Nick, you're the new guy.
Yes.
What are you thinking of?
I have no idea.
I don't know.
How did you get roped into this?
I was doing prom last summer with Ben, actually.
At the Albert Hall.
At the Albert Hall, yeah. And then, I suppose, I mean, we were sort together and...
Yeah, Matt decided that he couldn't join us for this one-off occasion that we're doing in November at the Barbican, and so we approached Nick, because we just love this bass sound that we have as part of the G4 sound. You know, a lot of groups have a kind of tenor and a few baritones, but with real bass sound we were trying to recapture, so that's why we got Nick in.
And Matt's gone his own way.
Yes, yeah, he's working in opera. He went after we split back to the Guildhall and did a postgrad in opera studies, so he really wants to pursue that more traditional route, and he sends his blessing, and he may even turn up on the night to come support us. He's really given us his strong blessings. It's great. He's a great guy, and look, we've grown up a lot in the time that we've not been together. And
well, of course,
yeah.
I mean, you're thrust into the spotlight. I mean, now the show is enormous, obviously, but back then as well, it was practically a street sweeper, wasn't it? The ratings juggernaut and stuff, and that must have been so overwhelming.
It is. Like, we were at college together, the Guildhall School of Music. We were colleagues, and we formed the group because we had the right voices, and all of a sudden we were literally sharing hotel rooms and travelling and eating together the whole time.
Living in squalor,
exactly.
Basically.
It's like a four-piece marriage, and it was just very difficult to then get any space apart, so any little niggle could just drive you mad, and unfortunately that ended up causing us to split in 2007, which was a shame, but hey, look, we're back. And we're back.
With
Here
Nick,
we are.
of course, there's no bad news, so now I also have to ask you to step up to the mic. We've got to hear what you sound like now. And don't let the side down, Nick, because a chain is only as strong as its weakest link. Believe me, they know that of me on this show. So, take it away, boys. You ready?
3, 4.
Is this a real life? Is this just fantasy? G4 reunion on November the 17th.
Bravo. Just to be clear, it's when? November the
17th.
I see a little silhouette of a man, Scaramouche. Yes? G5, bit of a pub singer. Lads, lovely to see you. You've got another baby on the way. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Could be any time now, I gather.
Indeed, yeah, the phone may be ringing. Exciting times.
Brilliant. God bless you.
Thank you.
Good to see you, lads. Thanks for coming.
Bye-bye.
Fabster.
John, do you remember when I came to your house to tell your family that you'd got through?
I do.
Remember that so vividly?
It was my granddad's proudest moment. It was...
me coming to the house?
Yes, it really was. It was. Nothing else in our lives mattered. But when Ben Shepherd came to the house, honestly, it was amazing.
That was just awesome. It's lovely to see you all looking so well, Nick. You know, looking forward to seeing the concert. You've got to invite us down. We'd love
come
to be
down,
there.
absolutely.
Come down.
You've got some tickets, front row.
Fantastic.
Always after a freebie, you.
Always.
Always
a little
after
bit
a
worried
freebie.
they've still got some tickets for sale, though. But let's not worry about it.
Coming